everybody, this is Josh Placer from GameWisdom.com. Welcome to another episode of my Horrorless Horror series, where I take a look at some of the more popular horror games and try to debunk some of their elements. And it's Halloween night as I'm recording this. I figure what better game to look at than Five Nights at Freddy's. This is the first one of the series. So, there is a very good chance that if you're watching this right now, you probably know what Five Nights at Freddy's is. You've most likely seen one or multiple YouTube personalities scream and rant and get terrified of the games. This is not going to be that video. I've watched the other videos of the other games in the series. I played Five Nights at Freddy's, and this is going to be one of those very weird games to talk about. From a horror point of view, I think the series nails the design, or I'm sorry, the style and the aesthetic perfectly. But from a game design point of view, I have problems with the series. And these are problems that have appeared in all four, well, at the time of this recording, all four of the games so far. And we're going to show that tonight. Now, we're not going to be talking about spoiling the story or the grand mystery or anything like that. You don't need to worry about that. For those of you who, by some chance, you have missed Five Nights at Freddy's and this is your first time watching, then I am obviously going to be spoiling some elements of it. And please keep in mind this game is about jump scares and loud noises. So if you tend to keep your speakers really high up, you may want to get them lowered for this one. So with that, we're going to get into it. I'm actually generally curious to see what's going to happen, because I've played the game before, I've watched videos of all the games. I'm curious to see if while I'm streaming this live, if the game is going to actually get me to like get scared or anything like that. Alright. So basic concept, you have to last until I think 6 a.m. while these things are trying to, well, do bad things to you. I hope, oh, okay, there we go. Oh look, it has a little Halloween festive thing there. The series obviously is very minimalistic. Come on.
Hello?
Oop, don't want to do that.
Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on
We'll just let them talk for a little bit.
Okay?
Again, the mood of the game is, I think, brilliant, and the developer did an amazing job with this whole situation, aesthetics, especially with this minimal design.
A magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death have occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days, or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned.
Probably should have muted this, I think, because it doesn't like time
blah,
is
blah,
going.
blah. Now that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night.
Oh, it is going, that's good.
No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah, it's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you
Again,
as
this
a
is setting up
person.
the story of the game.
They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcibly pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Alright, so after that long-winded discussion, we're going to get to the actual thing. So this game is just purely survival. You have no means of offensively defending yourself here. All you can do is close the doors and check to see there's characters that are coming at you. The game's AI is built around this kind of basic pattern. Oops, so someone did leave, now we just gotta keep track. So he's in over there. Basically, if you don't perform the right action at the right time, you're gonna get killed and get your little jump scare. Now in this first game, you have to deal with the power down there in the bomb. When it hits 0, you're in deep trouble. So the idea is you want to check immediately and then go off, because the longer you check, the more the power drains. But again, the game is all about very simple pattern recognition. You know where the guy's going to be, you know what to check for. As long as you follow a basic system, it pretty much works for every night. Now it's been a while since I have watched this. Now where are you? That one on. Where are you? There he is. Alright, so you can see he is getting really close. And when things are being affected like that, it means he can be moving any which way. There he is. He is there. The other one has left too. They basically wander in different positions. He is still over there. And random noise as well adds to the terror. So we know 2 of them are on one side. Here's something moving around. Sounds like he's in the kitchen. Again, great environmental design, great sound effects too, of just making things very tense. He is still over there. Where is number 2? I hear something getting closer. He's definitely in the kitchen, I believe. Things gonna get really loud when it jumps out, so I'm trying not to have the headset right in my ear, so it's going the ears there. Now, the AI is built around just following a basic pattern. As the nights go on, it's gonna get more and more. Up there he is. More and more aggressive, essentially. Alright. He is right there. I have to wait. Things are, it's all based on still animation, so So there's no, like, real... I mean, I'm sorry, it's all based on pre-canned animation and situations. He's still there, I think. Has he left yet? Nope, he's still there. Until he leaves, I can't do anything about it. Freddy's still there. He does not want to walk away, does he? Wait. Huh? Really wants to get me there, doesn't he, folks? But yeah, as you can see, it's just basically following these very simple actions. Once you figure out the pattern, the game, it just falls apart, because the game doesn't, there really isn't any sense of competing. You're just playing a more abstract version of Simon Says. When the character's here, you do this. The character's doing this, you do that. Failure to do so, and you're basically going to be in for a jump scare. Since that was the first night, obviously it wasn't going to be too hard. So I'm sure we are going to get a scare in this video. There's no doubt about it. Okay. This one introduces the threat that forces you to use the cameras, which is, I think, what's her name? The Fox, I think.
Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time, since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses.
Yeah. 1 second.
To peek at those cameras while I
there
talk, just to make
there's
sure
something wrong with my
proper
Steam.
place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though. So, hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras,
right there.
Be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Again, I will give the developer credit regarding like the aesthetic and just like the general like design of this game and the series itself. It has a very unique look, which gets even more and more interesting as the series goes on. Alright, that's 2 up. Where are you? There's 1. Hopefully he'll actually go away if he comes this time. Hear him. Okay. And it's just simply about following the, understanding the pattern of what you need to do. But that doesn't mean it's going to be any less terrifying when it actually happens. And the anticipation, of course, is a major part of good terror. Okay. Where is this guy? There's 1. Wait, there he is. My singing's probably more terrifying to you folks right now. Just sitting here, waiting for the game to do stuff. Again, the not knowing is what really helps build the terror, obviously. The fox is still there. Someone's in the kitchen. He is getting closer, obviously. Now the game, you're constantly draining power no matter what you do, which is a little bit more of the gamier elements in the first game in the series. Later games get rid of it and just goes for just pure terror and the jump scares. He's still in the kitchen. He's still in the hallway. Now, when you play the game on the hardest difficulty setting, the 2020 mode, it really does become about following a very quick routine of actions in order to really stand a chance. He's still there. I hear stuff. Alright, he's left the kitchen now. Ooh, he is really close. And so is the evil fox. So this could get interesting. Gotcha. Basically, they only move when you're not looking. Again, this is part of the programming of these characters. And the fact that the game is about hand animations. Alright. Chica is over there. Still gotta find, you know, who. Oh, he's over there. Or he was over there. He is still doing stuff. Chica. Alright. Oh yeah. He's over there. He's over there. Alright, so we just gotta wait it out. I'm being a little bit more cautious than what I should be. That guy's about to pop out. You can tell because of that. Come on. Getting good environmentals, I mean good like aesthetics with the sound and the lighting, forcing you to look at these blind spots. Left yet? No. Perhaps we haven't seen Chica over there. He's still over there. He's still there? Yeah. He really wants to get it, doesn't he, folks? Again, it's just about following the basic routine, and you'll win almost every time, especially if you can master the 2020 mode, because of the limitations of the AI. He's still over there. For instance, I know that the fox will never attack me from the right side, it always comes from the left. So as long as I'm dealing with this guy there, the fox is basically out of the picture. There we go. Wasn't so bad, alright folks? I've watched so many videos of Five Nights at Freddy that I've managed to desensitize myself to some extent. I really would like to see the game actually make me jump. It's been a while since the game has, on purpose. Usually I get jumped if like I'm playing a game and something happens I wasn't expecting. But never like playing a game like a horror game and having it scare me. I think I got to night 4. Oh. They're moving, aren't they?
Hello! Hey, you're doing great! Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant.
You like the little Halloween
green
lantern here. I wonder if you do if anything happens if you click it enough times.
Hey, listen, I had an idea.
Oh, he is really close.
If you happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuffed into a Freddy suit, try playing dead. You know, go limp. Then there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a metal skeleton into you.
Alright, so he is definitely moving.
Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. It's best just not to get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
So despite having all these camera points, you really don't need to look at them. The 3 most important ones are this, this, and this. And also, Freddy's stage once he gets into play. Okay. Okay, he's there. Still there. So the fox, I like the design of it. It's basically a character that forces you to use power. Because the other ones, I can just quickly check these 2 lights. Now I won't have to take my eyes off the screen, but you're forced to do it with the fox. Alright, so Chica's getting closer. Here's something. Where'd you go? He's still there. Hear him moving. Alright, so she is really close again. Not sure where the other guy is. Oh, he's still on the stage. Again, I'm doing these checks because if I don't do them and I look away and the character's there, I'm going to get jumped. And I like how the game forces you to basically pull your attention away. Alright, so now they're moving. He's still there, don't need to do anything about him. things don't pick up soon, I may be forced to start singing more various songs. And that will be very terrifying. Okay, he's still there. Chica is still right outside, which means I have to double check this right door more. Again, just quick actions. Check, get off. Now, later games make the actions a little bit more challenging by the fact that you don't have to worry about power. Okay. I hear footsteps, don't you folks? Oh. Okay. He's gone. Sounds like they're getting closer. It looks like all three of them are left, so that should be fun. And of course I'm still forced to keep checking on the fox. Surprised we haven't had an actual attack yet. Okay, that tells me there's someone in the kitchen. There's someone right there. Again, random noises, always good at raising the terror factor up. Okay. There's Chica. Oh. Camera goes out, that's your cue to know. Check those lights. I saw someone in the closet. I think that was Bonnie? Alright, now I know Chica is really close. I hear bells too. He is over there. Oh, I hear footsteps again. Again, I hope you're not expecting me to be screaming and hollering like other people. Oh. Okay. Thought he was at the door. Apparently not. I'm certainly going slow. Oh, he's about ready to leave. And the only way to stop him is to close this door. Ooh. Oh. No, you don't. Gotcha. Hope he knows that flash of the screen there, too. Again, if you didn't check the camera, the fox would just come at you and scare the you-know-what out of you. Oh! Hope you saw that. There's a big bear right there. This one I'm not even going to check the cameras. I'm just going to stay here. Just alternate these lights. Hello. And there you go. Again, once you know the pattern for these games, it just loses any sense of terror. You're not really competing with anyone. You're just following a pattern. The more you can follow it, the less, I guess, the more the strings behind the curtain you get to see. And this is the problem I had with the series and why I didn't bother playing them beyond 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. I accidentally just meant to go back to the menu. 1 second. There we go. So I'm going to just exit. I'll just leave it up here so you can see it. So as I was saying, these aren't the problem I had with the Five Nights at Freddy's series is that the gameplay really is non-existent. It's more of an elaborate game of Simon Says. You're not really competing against AI in the same way that you did in like Alien Isolation, or the game is challenging you. It's basically the only thing about at least the first 4 or 5 Nights at Freddy's is that you just have to follow a basic pattern. Once you know that pattern, you know what actions to take to counter that. As you can see, I just kept using those lights, for half seconds, quickly check the fox, get off, wait. And because I've seen enough of the game to pick apart that pattern. It gets harder by the fact that the AI is more aggressive, but it's still forced into this same pattern. And I also know what the failure states are. I know that if the door refuses to close, that means that I can't do anything and that I failed. So if I immediately leave the screen and come back, I'm going to get a jump scare. The jump scares in the game are all pre-canned. I know where Bonnie's going to be. I know where Chica is. I know where the fox is. And once you know these types of things, it just loses any sense of terror, because you know when the jump scares are going to happen. To a reasonable degree, obviously. The AI is at least somewhat built enough to mix things up and change how you do things, but because it's all pre-canned, you know the exact steps that are going to lead up to your demise. And that's what stops the game from really being terrifying to me. And again, I've watched the videos of the other games, I've seen all the 2020 modes and whatever, and it's just the same thing. Expert level play is not about you as the player becoming better, it's just getting that pattern to the point where you just repeat it mechanically over the course of whatever how many minutes it takes for a level, and then it's over. And that's why I just did not enjoy this series. But as I said, I respect the horror elements, the aesthetics, this kind of situation. It's all great elements of horror. It's why they're making a movie, I believe, out of it. But from a game design point of view, I just can't get behind these games, either from a basic design or from a horror game. And I guess that's kind of like where I'm stuck at with the popularity. I just don't see myself falling in love with the series, really. And I think I am going to do it. So I'm going to end things here. So for those of you who've been watching, I'm going to call things off for this play. But if you're watching this live, I will be doing some more Isaac Afterbirth. I'm going to get those names confused for a really long time. But this has been a Five Nights at Freddy's deconstruction, I guess. Hopefully you don't mind the fact that that no one got jumped and scared over the entirety of this video. Because as I said, this wasn't going to be a shock video. This was going to be some of a deconstruction of the elements behind it. So, those of you watching this live, hang on for a few minutes. We'll be back with another game. If you've been enjoying this on YouTube and would like to see more videos, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Everybody, please check out game-wisdom.com for posts and podcasts relating to game design and the industry, including a lot of posts and podcasts regarding horror design. As of this recording, I'm planning on putting together another horror-themed edition of the podcast soon. It's going to be late, obviously, for Halloween, but it's around the time, right? Anyway, And of course, for the YouTube crowd, please check out the Twitch stream, that is GW Bicer, most nights at 10 Eastern, and the Patreon campaign, GW Bicer or Josh Bicer on there to secure some monthly and monthly funding. With that, I'll be back with some more Afterbirth in a few minutes, and for those of you watching this recorded, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.